我想去伦艺作品集怎么做？
It's easier to teach certain skills than it is to teach how to get an idea. It's the starting point for any of the design disciplines or art disciplines. What is the idea? How do they develop it?
You need to think about a strong start that is relevant to the course that you're applying to, and a strong finish. So the last thing we see leaves us with a great impression.
Being in an art school is about taking risks, and it's about learning from those risks and how you become a problem solver as a creative person, and maybe people don't realise that so much. It's about how things feel, but how you dig yourself out of that hole and how you work through that. So we want to see your process.
I love to see a folio that exhibits some mistakes that were made and some U-turns. They came back and had a better idea because they experimented and it didn't go so well.
We're interested in students that will go to libraries or go for walks and take photographs and film their surroundings and make notes on buses and pick up things off the street and stick it in their sketchbooks. That's what we're looking for, because it shows us the students that are really engaged.
And that hard work of going through an idea and making sure that you've researched what else other people have done to prove that your idea is unique or building on previous work allows you to document your thinking process. Whenever we go from A to B, there's so many stages in between that that's really what the portfolio should be showing us.
If you're applying for the film course, rather than just putting in, your finished products and your finished films, you can also put in your storyboards or your sketchbook work or anything that shows the development of the idea rather than just the finished product.
I took things that I could talk about more than just things that were beautiful.
I always encourage students to draw, even if they're not very good at drawing, to draw and to practice that visualization of their ideas and then annotate their sketchbooks.
It's giving prominence to why you're doing things. I often say to students, it's like, be ready to answer questions. Why?
It's okay if it's a bit rough around the edges, as long as the idea is good.
If you have life drawing, we don't want to see 20 life drawings. It'd be nice to just see 1 or 2 so we can see your technical ability.
It's really important for applicants to show the designers and artists, practitioners, and the cultural references that are inspiring them.
Don't think that if you're interested in fashion that all the work has to be around fashion. It could be inspired by architecture, it could be inspired by photography, by films.
There was a sculptor that I really liked, and the style of his sculptures was something that inspired me in some of the films that I made, so I would kind of collage them or do things in my sketchbook with them to show that that's what I had as inspiration.
If you're an object maker or you're a maker, you're interested in materials, and we've probably asked you to send in a digital portfolio initially, that's the way some of our courses do it. We want to see some good photography, so photograph those objects in a range of ways.
We're really keen to see that you're experimenting and having a go with materials. You might not have access to the exact materials that you would use, but showing that willingness to model in 3D, make your ideas three-dimensional in any way that you can.
Also, we look at Instagram accounts now. I mean, it's a way of recording what you see. Photographs, sketchbooks, scrapbooks, journals.
Well, you can use very simple technology, to communicate an idea, and that's what we're kind of looking for.
So being brave is perhaps that you're really good at drawing, but you're not so good at making. So being brave is challenging yourself to show that you've tried the making, you've tried to be the best you can in that, even though it might not work.
Well, if I meet a student, I say, I want to see something of your environment in your portfolio. I want to see that you're reflecting your experience of the world somehow.
Some students are interested in music or politics or environment or skateboarding. It will inform their work. That's their passion. And if there's evidence of that, and there's evidence of their own work in their portfolio, that's what we really value, and that's what will chime with us, and that's what we're looking for.
Applicants sometimes worry about including teamwork in their portfolio, but I'd really encourage you to do that. Just make it clear what your role was in the project. For so many creative disciplines, collaboration, being able to work with other people is a great skill.
If you're sort of serious about this, then you're obviously going to spend a lot of time on it. So I feel like whatever you spend time on, it's going to be worth showing.
But also, be exciting. We don't want to see the same thing over and over again.
We love to see your most recent work, even if it's not complete.
There is no women's wear portfolio we expect to see. There is no men's wear portfolio that will get you onto a course. This is the work that you're best at, shown in a context which will bring a new perspective to what you want to study.